Welcome into the Philly Friday Frenzy with Big Al here, guys. That's at Big Al Sports with a Z on X, Twitter, whatever the heck you still call it nowadays. And that's right. We are in today for your Philly Friday Frenzy. That's going to lead you right into the Phillies post-game show tonight, the Fighting's final. First game of a 3-game series against the Guardians after the Phillies kind of lost their first series under Don Mattingly, losing the last 2 games to the Reds. Justin Crawford just grounded out with a really great defensive play at first base for Rhys Hoskins. Probably saved a run, as they said in the announcement there, for keeping this game knotted at 0. Hey Rhys, where the hell's that been your whole life? just got to point that out. Good evening, Rob. What is going on, my friend? Good evening to everybody joining in this evening, I should say. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk tonight. We're gonna talk about the Phillies. We're gonna be a little bit of a how do you want to call this? Repeat or a extended conversation from last week, because we got to talk about Aaron Nola again. The conversation, there's nothing much you can do except hope and pray in my eyes. Phillies can't win every game, Rob, you're saying? No, they can. They can't win every game. They're not going to win every series. You went 6 in a row. I'm not jumping off the train or anything like that, but I'm just saying the offense has been cold. I mean, the offense has been cold. There's been some good pitching, don't get me wrong, from the Reds. There's pitcher's duel tonight between Williams and Sanchez. Of course, our boy Sanchi is number 2nd overall for the longest scoreless inning streak at 34.1 or whatever it is. We'll see where it goes here. The only person he can catch up to is Grover Cleveland, which is a little bit of a harder task for him right now. We're going to talk about that. Phillies doing some international stuff. Hey, Big Mikey, what's going on? There's my co-host. I'll see you on Sunday morning. Miss you, brother. We got a lot to talk about together. And then we're going to talk about a little bit on the Sixers. I know we can't really touch much on the Daryl Morey firing and what's going to happen moving forward. What do you want to see happen? A little bit on Flyers' future, but a lot of Eagles, a lot of Phillies tonight. Vic Fangio kind of shocking the world. I'm going to talk about that a little bit with his retirement discussion, and not talking about going into retirement, actually the opposite. But I'll say the Phillies traded minor league reliever Andrew Baker to Colorado for more international bonus pool money that will go towards the signing of Chan Min Park, a 17-year-old pitcher from South Korea. Second trade Phillies made for pool money. So they're going more international. It's kind of been a complaint for the Phillies for many years that, there wasn't many international players as much. They don't go into those pools typically. But it seems they're making a concerted effort to do so now. 17-year-old. We're not going to be talking about him for another 5 to 6 years at least, unless he's like some phenom. But Phillies are right now tied, knotted up at 0, top of the 6. Sanchez just walked the first batter, but popped up here. Haplin. So 1 out. So that scoreless inning streak continues for Sanchez, and I love it. Yeah, Rob. He's saying he's going to stick around. He said he's feeling healthy, and something else he said I want to talk about. Let's jump in. Let's talk a little Eagles. We'll talk more about the Phillies when we get closer to the post game show as well as we go on. So one of the things we've talked about this whole winter into even the like January, is he going to retire? Is Vic Fangio retiring? Are they going to move on from now? Like that was like after all the AJ Brown conversation, all the movements here, they lost Christian Parker to the Cowboys. Wait a minute, the thought was he was not going to do coaching this year, and we were all over the Eagles for not being prepared for this. So the question is, it says Fangio shut down retirement rumors, stating his physicals went so well, his doctors told he is quote unquote reverse aging. Now I know he's being funny about that and all that, but it's true. I mean, in some ways, you could be so healthy, you can slow down aging, or look you can be chronologically a certain age, but physically younger. I talk about my grandmother all the time. She's 95 years old. Anytime somebody meets her, they think she's 75 years old or younger. Um, so it's not unheard of. But my question is, and this is again, I get very tin hatty on this show. I read in between the lines again a little bit. Is it the Eagles like being in the conversation, no matter good or bad? Like, did did the Diana Rossini and all that stuff with Mike Vrabel and the AJ Brown stuff, did that help the Eagles because it kept their name in the conversation? Did they like when they were talking about Vic Fangio may be gone, may not be gone, kept them in the conversation? Like the AJ Brown rumors about being traded all for the last 2 years, they just like being in the conversation. That's my question. Because unless when his doctor said he's reverse aging, was he being evaluated? Maybe there was something thought to be there. Maybe there's something thought to, um, you know, thought to be sick. Now I want to say, I don't want again. I don't want to put something out there that's not true. I'm saying, did he have an illness scare? I guess is a good way of putting it. Did he have an illness scare that when he was checking things out, he thought maybe there'd be this has got to be it, or maybe you're like he wasn't reverse aging. Maybe he was doing more than that. Um, I don't know, but why wouldn't they put the kibosh on on the conversation if there was no thought about him retirement? And then the rumors came out that he was contemplating retirement last season, and why now he's not going to retire for a couple more years. Like we went from being afraid he wasn't going to be here for a while. He was not going to be here this season, and he wanted out before last season. Now he's here for 2 more years, possibly. I mean, things can change. Don't get me wrong. It's a little bit of a roller coaster ride of emotions when it comes to Vic Fangio. Again, do the Eagles not put the kibosh on it because it's good for them most of the time? They like to be their name in there, no matter if it's good or bad or just rumors. They want to always be in the rumor mill or the Philadelphia Eagles on the tips of everybody's lips, that kind of thing. Or was there like an illness scare that he had to get checked out, and luckily clean bill of health, um, and he feels capable at 67 years old, going towards 70 years old. Sanchi threw 6 innings, absolutely. Through 6 innings, let's just see what's his pitch count up to right now. 78. So probably go another one, unless if maybe two, if he has a really good seventh inning, like a 10 pitch or less inning. We'll see. It's always good out by Sanchez. Now the offense has to not let it go to the wayside. Listen, I know it's wet out. I know it's misty out and cold and rainy, and it's 30 degrees less than it was just a day ago. You know what I mean? But the Phillies did the same thing with the Cards. Like they're playing in the same weather. I agree they want to be in the conversation. Yeah, I think they want to be in the conversation. I think so. I think so. I think they could put the kibosh on the whole like retirement of Vic Fangio thing a very long time ago. And I'm glad he's not going anywhere. Big Vic Fangio fan. I've been wanting Vic Fangio here for years. I was even when who was it, the guy who went coach for Arizona, now he's fired. Our old defensive coordinator from 2022. I called him Vic Fangio light, and I didn't want light. I want the real deal. I want the real deal. So now we're the bottom of the sixth inning. You got Trey Turner up. You got the top of the order. They need to make something happen. I know Schwarber was a little sick, so maybe his timing's off a little bit. Lost a couple days. Shouldn't be that bad. I mean, Williams a really good pitcher. He's a really good pitcher, but his offense needs to warm up again because they were on fire not that long ago. But yeah, I mean, in my eyes, that is great news. I mean, it's great news for the Eagles that we're not going to have this conversation next season. And I think it actually makes a lot more sense because they kind of did to Clint Hurt as they kind of did a little bit with former running back coach here who wanted to be offensive coordinator. They wouldn't choose him, kept moving on from him. And they had given him the title of assistant head coach or whatever it was, and this, that, and the other. But my point is, they gave him an increase, I'm sure, in pay. There's no guarantee to that. But they gave him a fancy new title. So is that way, listen, stay around. Vic's going to be here probably at least another year. Keep learning from him. I mean, they kind of gave him what they want. They got him as their guy in Barnard or however you say his name. You are Bernard. Big genetic freak, kind of like what Jeff Statlin got from our Australian left tackle, Mr. Mailata. But are they doing that to appease him, to keep him around longer? And then you will become the heir apparent. You're young enough. You will become the heir apparent. Just give him his time. I don't think you get more than 2 years. I think he goes to 70, and that has to be it. I mean, that's not always true. I mean, guys have gone longer. Guys play until they die. We've seen it here. You know what I mean? They're coach until they die. It's just something they do. It's part of their life, and I get it. And I think part of that is it, too. I wonder if there was contemplation from Vic Fangio leading into the season or leading into last season. Got his Super Bowl ring, got that Super Bowl hump. He got that monkey off his back situation. And said, you know what? I'm getting older. It's time to retire. Thought about it, but said, nah, I like what I do. There's no reason to do it. I'm close to home. I get to watch the Phillies whenever I want. That's another, sorry to go off topic here. That's another pitch for the Phillies. They should have, a couple pitches that could have been difference makers in my eyes. They should have challenged. I know they're down to one challenge. So I'm kind of talking out both sides of my mouth with that one because I'm glad they're not just willy-nilly challenging things and saving it for when it's more appropriate. I mean, even though it kind of did happen earlier, but overall, like not wasting the one challenge because if it is closer than they think, I want them to be really smart about it. Joe, what is going on, my friend? Is the phone line's going to open tonight? I think so. I think I'm going to open them up in just a moment, actually. Let me actually get that ready now that you say. There we go. I'll have it ready and up in a minute. But conversations open tonight. Are you feeling more confident about the Phillies from a Bohm Stott standpoint? How do you feel about this Guardians series? Can they bounce back from their loss to Reds? Ricky, that just said that. Yes, we will be opening the lines, Ricky, at one point. Schwarber kind of had a brief halt on his major league pace to 20 home runs. Keeping his projection of 60 plus home runs in the year if things continue. Even though he was sick for a couple days. You know what I mean? Are you feeling good about that? What are you feeling about the Eagles? And the other thing Vic fans you talk about, he made waves is saying he's confirming that Cooper DeJean. I'm sorry, not Cooper DeJean. I know Cooper DeJean will primarily be playing safety within the team's base defense, which I don't know if it's waves, but sure. I think it's more like he's giving away? Is he giving away the goal, or is he playing possum? Whatever it is. Sean Mannion talked for the first time. First major press conference, I should say. Revealed that he is designing an offense blend that combines his West Coast fundamentals and the existing components that Jalen Hurts excels at. So that's good to hear in my eyes. You don't want a guy to come in here and just think his stuff's better than the rest. No matter, like we Chip Kelly asked, like, don't worry, it's who's in there. As long as somebody's in there, we'll be all right. You know what I mean? Like that's sometimes we get from these new guys. It's my system that's the winning. Yeah, he's definitely over. I think it's like close to 35, right? At this point. Are you guys feeling about Sean Mannion? And he says major priority is getting Saquon back to his elite 2024 form. Now that's an easy thing to say. Even though the guy had over, any other time, if you look at his numbers last year, most running backs would love that. But the year before, he was running almost 2,500 yards. I mean, it was a significant drop off in the sense that it was historic almost. Is he saying all the right things so far? Are you feeling confident in Sean Mannion? Are you happy to hear that most likely Fangio is retirement conversation is going to be off the books for at least a little longer? Or would it just be ironic that no, he retires this year after he said he's not going to? Like, is Vic Fangio just messing with us? A little bit on the Sixers front office. Is Bob Myers the right guy for the job? The firing the right guy for the job? Are you happy that Daryl Morey got fired? The nitwit, what's his name? Michael Hayes. Is it Michael Hayes? Yeah, Michael Hayes. Wait a minute. Yeah, the reporter. Always saying shit to get his name out there. Feeling bad that he feels bad that Daryl Morey got fired. He's an idiot. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to him, and I usually don't talk like that often about reporters and stuff. I respect what they do, their hustle, their grind, all that stuff. But over the last years, like 5 years or so, he always seems to put himself into the news. I'm not always saying he's right or wrong, but somehow he injects himself into the news, and he just says things like it's like everything seems to be leaning left, and Daryl Morey had his chances. He made a lot of his problems. He did some good drafting, but for the most part, he made a lot of his problems. But you feel bad for him? You're an idiot. I'm sorry, he's an idiot. Like I can't deal with that. You're not a reporter challenging this. This actually should hold up here. Trying to see the ABS challenge here. Yep, hold up to a strike. So the Guardians are down to one challenge. So 2 strikeouts. There we go. I'm going to open up the phone lines now because we're getting into the late into the 7th inning here, so I don't want to get too far and then not be able to open up the lines. Kelly Oubre is an unrestricted free agent. Do we overvalue Kelly Oubre? Is he worth it? No, Matt is not going live tonight, Ricky. It is Friday. He does not go typically live on Fridays. I'm handling this show, and I will turn it right over. I won't even start a new show. I will turn it right over to the final out to discuss the ending of tonight's Phillies-Cleveland Guardians game. I will call them the Indians a few times. So the link is up, so you guys can start piling in if you want to. Draft prospects are linking the Sixers to another Italian in the name. A lot of Italians lately. Italy had the Olympics. The Italian baseball team or national baseball team in the World Baseball Classic really made waves. Porter Martone for the Flyers, I love it as being Italian as I am. I love it. But now the Sixers are linked to Italian center Luigi Suho. All right, that went a little further back than I liked it. Luigi Suho, I don't know, and with the 22nd overall pick, and it would be nice for them to get a real center in here. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a jerk to Embiid, but we need a real center. A guy's not going to tucker out and go at the top of the key and start bopping threes. Like, I need a guy who wants to go play banging the boards. Like, I like it. I like it. Crawford catch something. I think he just did. I believe he did, Star Wars. So the link's up. So you can start piling in here. Sanchez, yes, that was the end of the 7th inning for him as well. So 7 full innings. Let's look at his pitch count right now. He is at 89. So that's 11. I said 10. So he could come back out. He could come back out based on what's going on. Oh, Ricky's up. Let me throw it here. Ricky, what's up, buddy? How you feeling?
Good.
Good. That's good to hear. Are you still on the Phillies? I see you're wearing the hat. I can see that in the video here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still believing in the Phillies, Ricky?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you believe they can bounce back and win this Guardian series, Ricky?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good to hear. Do you still? Let me ask you this question because I didn't get to ask it earlier. So since you're here, do you agree, yes or no, that people should still kind of applaud Rhys Hoskins when he comes up to bat here in Philly after all this time? Is it a little played out? Is it appropriate? What do you feel?
Appropriate.
Appropriate. All right. Listen, maybe I will read into things too much. Listen, I loved Rhys as a player here. Really big fan of Rhys. I know he did a lot for the city of Philadelphia. He was like not just a good teammate, good player, but he was a guy who was giving back. And that's what was great about him. A lot of people want him to come back. Here, buddy. Here, I'm gonna drop you out for 1 second while you get your phone situated. A little feedback. Give him a second. I'll bring him back in a minute. But that was a little loud. Yeah, I loved Rhys Hoskins when he was here. I know we tried to build upon Rhys when they brought in Harper and all that stuff. I love the rumor. Oh, Harper pushed Rhys out of here. Come on, man. Like, that's Rhys pushed Rhys out of here. He was not batting well. He was a liability at first base. You're going to choose Harper over Rhys anytime. I don't mind this, again, standing ovation. I'm going to try bringing Ricky in real quick one more time, see if his audio is better. Ricky, you there, buddy? Rick? I don't know. Maybe it might be an audio issue here for Ricky. All right. Brandon Marsh hits first hit in a while for the Phils there. So that was a big one. Brandon Marsh singles. Line drive to right field. Gets on first. Let's see if they can build upon this. I think he dropped out and came in somewhere else. Hold on 1 second. I gotta do this. Bring him in. Let's try one more time. Rick, you there, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
There you are. I see you. So just kind of going on, touching upon what you were talking about with Rhys. A lot of people when he was here, they thought there was rumors that he was going to come back. I know it was that young female reporter. That Rice was asking for him. Ricky, I'm losing you again, bud. I'm gonna have to drop you out a little bit because there's a lot of feedback coming this way. Here, let me bring Joe in. Give Ricky a second. Yo, Joe.
Yo,
what is going on, brother?
Been a while. Yes.
It has been a while. Ricky, I had to drop him out for a second. We get a little feedback. I don't know. Like, it looked like it worked for a minute. Then he would kind of start cracking back a little bit. Let me ask you this question. I mean, we saw a small standing ovation for the return of Reese Hoskins. Um, is it appropriate? Is enough time passed? He used to play for the Phillies. I mean, I know people still kind of give a little nod to Kutch when he gets here and all that. I don't know, but I just thought it was just interesting. Elephant, how you doing, my friend?
It's appropriate. I want to talk what Mattingly called Harper out on.
Okay, talk about it.
Not batting second in the lineup. Not batting third in the lineup. Not batting first in the lineup. You guys heard Mattingly's press conference, right? On Wednesday?
Yeah, I did.
After the game basically blasted Harper.
Yes, I did.
He deserves to be blasted. He's a big time bat. He should be told where to bat and not to do it. Just do it.
Listen, I agree with the fact. Listen, if in any business, if you're an employee and you're told to do a job, within reason, like if I said, "Hey, Joe, you need to be an airplane pilot," and you've never flew an airplane before, that's asking a lot. But asking you like to drop or go up in the order one spot or not, that I don't think it should be a hard ask. I think it should be you do what's best for the team. I don't mind when a manager calls out. Listen, I think it's going to be different with Mattingly than it would be with Thompson, right? I mean, Mattingly's Don Mattingly. I mean, he's baseball royalty, if you want to call him that, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to hold a little bit more weight with him. That's my weight when he says it, and the way he said he didn't call him straight out and say, "Hey, Bryce needs to man up and do something." He wasn't being like, I mean, it's a little different than when your boss tells you don't think you can do it anymore when you still have a lot of time contract with them. But you know what? Listen, accountability is one thing we said this team hasn't had, and I guess we can't complain under Don Mattingly so far.
I think Mattingly's going to be coming back next year.
You're calling it right now that they are signing Don Mattingly from interim to full. Because when it just be next year, it'd be a couple of years. I mean, most likely you don't sign a guy for 1 year.
Depends on the lockout. That's looming.
Ugh, that was a strike him out, throw him out. End of the 7th for the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yeah, I got tickets for tomorrow's game.
You go to tomorrow's. My son is down there tonight. Tomorrow's game might be a tough one, buddy. Better bring a couple ponchos. That's even if it gets off. I don't even know what time's tomorrow's game at.
4:00.
4:00, and I think that's when it's supposed to be raining the heaviest. So there's a good chance that you're gonna either get delayed or worse. You know what I mean? Rescheduled.
Push back until if it rains, they do a single mission, double header for Sunday.
Well, maybe on Sunday. They might. It depends. It really depends. Now, with a team like the Guardians, I can see them doing that. If it was like a team like our divisional rival, they would probably maybe push it to another series and turn a 3-game series into a 4-game series. There's always the possibility, but since this is the only other time I think they're going to be seeing the Guardians this year, they're going to have to do it doubleheader in that sense, or unless they're going to stop over and play one game on an off night. Marsh did just get tagged out. Rob, he was strike him out, throw him out. The old thing that you love to see your team do, but hate to see your team get caught up in. I don't mind the aggressiveness. I really don't mind the aggressiveness. Garcia, man, that's another conversation. I think with all the Nola scare, because Garcia's gone after this year. You can understand that.
Garcia on a back burner. It's more about Nola.
Yeah, I mean, it's $100 million, not including this year, that you have to worry about. And what do you do with this? Like, he seems lost. Like, does he need sports psychiatrist or something? Like, is it between the ears? Is it the mechanicals? A little bit of both. I think Spike Eskin was saying today or the day before he wants to see him kind of Smoltz situation they did in Atlanta. They moved him to the bullpen and
The problem is, who do you have start?
Well, I mean, right now you run a 4-man rotation. It's a question, and I don't think it happens this year. If they do this, I would not be surprised if he goes on some phantom injury. Yeah, Sanchi is still in. He started in 9th here.
The 8th.
I mean the 8th.
It's all good.
Yeah, but it's a question, man.
Oh,
It's a scary question because this is why I am sure the players aren't proponents for it. But this is why I'm a huge proponent for all sports not having guaranteed money.
Exactly. So you mentioned the Sixers. I think Bob Myers wants the job.
You really think Bob Myers? Because I think Bob Myers would get the job if he wanted that. Why would he be putting?
So the deal is, Josh Harris is going to resign next year or 2 years as owner, and Bob Myers is going to be the owner under Blitzer. I heard.
Well, okay. What are your sources? Are they good ones or just like rumor mill?
ESPN's reporting it too. There's been
really? Okay. All right.
He wants to focus on the Commanders.
Well, he's been doing it. He hasn't really. I mean, he hasn't really focusing on much of anything.
And I'm okay. I'm okay with that. And the leading candidate right now is, I'm going to go back to number 14 from James Joe's Hawks. Jameer Nelson deserves the job. Assistant GM.
You mean Chester's own? Delco's own Jameer Nelson?
Yes.
Oh, whoa. Sorry, there was a collision between Romuto and Bohm. I think everybody's all right. Bohm did catch that ball. That is Myers. Rob doesn't think Myers wants to be in charge. I mean, I can see why. I mean, it's just a weird. Why would you be put in charge of finding the next heir apparent unless they're going to make him, quasi owner? Like,
if it's not Jameer Nelson, I think it's time for Iguodala to come back and run the team. He is the GM of the Ricky. I can answer this. After the Phillies post game.
There you go. Thanks, Joe. Phillies get done, we go live, and I believe since Ricky is setting me up for a promo here, that's right. And you'll have Mikey Laro on the call tomorrow around like a 7:30 when everything's all said and done.
Weather-wise.
You have him, and then you got weather pending, of course. Then Sunday, which the weather isn't much better. Sunday with Matty B, and you get that old Down on the Farm, which is one that I love so much.
That coffin might just creep up open.
Yeah, well, yeah, you'll hear it. It'll happen. You know what? See, you have to be careful what you say because sometimes you hear you get that noise, and we know Matty B is in the house. But right now, so far, he's catching Z's. He's hanging upside down somewhere in the rafters, waiting to suck the life out of Philly sports fans somewhere.
Guys are awesome.
I know. I love Matty. Man, funny thing is, people talk to me. They're like, "You and Matty really don't get along." I'm like, actually, Matty B is one of my good friends. Like, that's what makes it fun because like we have no problems. It's like wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, we have no problems.
So
taking shots at each other.
My last topic, and I'm sure Kaepernick, wherever you are, shout you out. He's always up next. Eagles offensive coordinator spoke. I'm not sure okay what he said.
I think he said all the right things.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Elephant. I think he had the option last year. I mean, the problem is you're in the same league now with a certain Shohei Ohtani, and if he continues to pitch well,
I'll tell you what, they roughed up schemes though.
It is bobblehead time. My son's down there. I told him to get me an extra one. Try to buy one off somebody.
Oh, just
Add it to my collection.
they do is if they have any extras at the gate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell him that if they have any extras at the gate, they just put them on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put it on the table near the end, right where you're leaving.
Well, it was nice when I worked in the press box. You know, they would always keep one at the table for us. So I always got one to go. Even if it wasn't for like adults, like it was 14 and under, or what women, mothers. Like I got them all. Like I swear I got a lot of my stuff from the years being in the press box.
So I met
Which
like
I've done.
2 weeks ago.
Huh?
He loves to talk about the umpires on the radio.
Who did?
LA.
Oh yeah. He's no problem with that.
I asked him. He told me the best Harry Cal story. It's incredible that him and Harry the K weren't best friends.
No, I mean, listen. There's a lot of
No,
showmanship up, and that's it's not always. Even though they work together, doesn't mean they always get along. Just like any one of your fellow coworkers, you might not like the person, but you always get along with them.
Yeah, they hated each other.
So we got going back and forth. Some people think.
What? The Sanchez?
Oh no, I think he does. Oh, sorry, I thought he was going back to something else. By the way, I gotta get down to the stadium more often. They have new ice cream helmets out now. They're serving in Fanatic ice cream helmets.
That hat.
I used to have I used to tell people I had all the helmets. I had the red, the blue, the powder blue. Now they have an All-Star Game one, which is pretty cool. JT with a knock or a hit. There you go. Well needed. One out. Thank you, Mr. Romuto. Go ahead.
It's a kid's book. It's the All-Star.
The kids book.
It's for 12 under. Come on, where's the adult book at?
The last thing you want is a book that's titled Philly's Adult Book. You know what I mean? People are going to take that the real wrong way.
So I'll let you go. It's been
fun.
Well,
real quick. You didn't. I kind of got. We got to change gear. We talked real quick, but Sean Mannion, what did you like that he said? Oh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. What did you like? What was the things that Sean Mannion said that made you go, okay?
Barkley. Talking about Barkley, he has to get back to his old stuff. Talking about Jalen Hurts, doing play action passes, finding the tight end more, the wide receivers in the middle of the field more, the play calling from Jalen Hurts. Yeah. He put accountability on himself. Sean Mannion did.
Well, it is his job. No matter if he's his first year or 400th year, it is his job. And I agree with you. I like that he said he was going to blend in he wasn't just going to come here with a whole new scheme and teach a whole new scheme. And
he's going to do the pickup. I like how they brought over Romeo Dobbs from Green Bay.
Crawford.
Double play.
Ugh. Is this thing going to go into extras?
No, it's Keller time, so.
Oh, cardiac Keller?
Yeah.
How many pitches is this for Williams? He has 99, Sanchez has 96.
And Sanchez one morning?
Huh?
Bring Sanchez back one more.
I'm anybody but Keller. Or Alvarado, he hasn't been maybe Bolin. I know he's not been doing great. Banks is definitely scary.
I'll
go with Kirkering. Are they putting Duran out right now?
It's Duran.
I'm trying to keep the game in front of them. I mean, I don't hate it. I guess is this a save opportunity?
It's a win. This is
a win. He's going for the win. Yeah.
Best entrance.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I do like that the trade it was dealt, and they dealt the
So
intro with it.
if you go to a game, you can scan it
Scan what?
on your the scoreboard, and it'll interact with your phone.
Oh, it makes the phones part of it. Yeah, they do a lot of that stuff now. They do it at the Super Bowls. The Eagles do it a lot when they did the Kelly Green for the first time. The other year I was at those games. And they had you scan it and they made you part of the thing. So that's 37 plus consecutive scoreless innings for Sanchez.
Yes. What is the record?
Hold on 1 second. I think they would have to go 40. Was it 40? Was it Grover Cleveland, right? Grover Cleveland.
I know, and then I'll let you go because I'm sure Ricky will want to come back on.
No, he's not there, so you're all right.
I got you. Yes, Robert Duran he's pitching now.
All right, so right now, Grover Cleveland's 41 inning. Grover Cleveland, Alexander, 41 innings. So right now, Sanchez is at 37 and 2/3 of an inning. So next game, he would have to go 4 innings, just 4 innings to go to usurp Grover Cleveland Alexander from 1911. That's right. From 1911, Cliff Lee, he just surpassed him in this game from 2011 when he went 34 innings. Ranger Suarez from 2024 when he went 32 innings.
There you go. That's history right there.
Yeah, historical. That's pretty awesome.
Well, no.
No, that's pretty cool. Now it's up to Duran to keep this in front of him. And this is kind of the problem right now. The Phillies people get frustrated with the Phillies. What to do about it and all that. It's the offense. Like it's hot, or cold, and it's a tough one. But
Yep.
I am with you guys until the end of this, and then I will switch the graphics over, and we will go right into the Fightins final because it's going to be very it's pitching laced. It's going to be talking a lot of pitching. No matter how this game ends, starts off with a knock here.
So, can we talk? Do you have time to talk fly?
Sorry. He tried to stretch out the 2. Garcia with an outfield assist. Sorry about that. That was huge. Sorry if you can hear my wife in the background. My mic might be picking up on her. She's out there screaming.
It's all good.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. She don't care. She's happy.
It's all good.
I'll tell her she's part of the broadcast. She'll be like, no.
Wait, is it like when Matty B's wife made an appearance?
Oh well, is it bad? You ever see when Matty B's wife yells at him?
Yeah.
I think it's great. I'm waiting for one day when you see a shoe or something thrown out at Matty B's big skull. His big fat head.
Or when Mike gets yelled at, too.
Yeah, we all get yelled at, bro. You know how it is.
I got you.
Where you could be the kings of your castle, but the queen outranks. Oh, he said like I used to play when we would play like poker or something or blackjack. I'm like the queen should outrun the king. That's no good. God. Big outfield assist, and there God damn it.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. Go ahead. I'll get off.
Nope, that's fine. Yeah, I'll let you get going, but that Star Wars, there's the game. No, I mean they still haven't at bat, but that was huge from Garcia. And listen, for all the Castellanos, like people saying we have the same thing with Garcia. No, he's much better defensively. Cassie would have never pulled that off. Sorry.
Castellanos, they're thinking about releasing him.
That's funny. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be vindictive, but the guy is kind of a cocky a-hole, and it's time that reality does set in a little bit for him. So for those who are just joining us, Colin Manzardo has hit a solo home run off of Jahan Duran. So I'm not big on bringing your closers in when it's not a closing situation.
Who leads off at the bottom of the ninth?
That would be, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
Where we at? So Dawson Crawford. So it's the top of the order. He was the last out. They hit the double play. So
all right, I'm calling it right now. A Schwarbob.
Schwartzbaum to tie it or win it.
Trey Turner hits a. Is he hurt?
I don't know.
Oh,
What is going on? What are they looking at? It's a different rosin bag. Oh, the rosin bag was probably getting wet, and they were changing out. That's what the Ziploc for is. Okay, I thought that was like an ice pack. I'm like, why are they bringing it out?
Sure.
All right, buddy. So you're calling Schwarbob in the bottom of the ninth.
Yep.
One way or the other. All right, brother. I hope you're right.
All right.
Let's see if Duran can keep it at 1. Have a good night, Joe.
Yep.
My man, Joe Hal. Yeah, I mean, like our guys were, it's a pitcher's duel, and then when you change the pitcher, it's a shame that. That's why I'm never big about bringing in the. I don't agree with this. I mean, I really think you could have put anybody else in there. Not anybody else, should I say? Maybe a Kirkering would have been more my speed. I'm just not big on bringing or maybe Shugart. He's been pitching well too. I'm just not bringing in my closer when it's not a closing situation. Now I just walked 3 guys in a row. Oh no, they called a swing on that one. I thought that was ball 4. He held up. It was kind of close. Kind of close. But I'm not big on bringing the closer in that situation. All right, so we got 2 outs. Chase Delatar pops out to Alec Boehm. Right on the edge of the outfield there. So now it's 9, ninth inning, 1-0 Cleveland. 2 outs. Philly's offense needs to wake the shit up. Like, I'm just going to call it for what it's worth. This is unacceptable. I mean, what do we have? 4 hits in the whole entire game. Like, and again, we're relying on a Schwarbob. We're relying on a home run to get the job done, and that is not what we want, right? That's just, this team needs to be able to manufacture runs. Now, again, the strike him out, throw him out situation. I don't mind the aggressiveness because I would like to see that more. Looking at the scoreboards too, the Phillies do definitely need a win. They're losing 3 in a row is there's no bueno after coming off of the kind of tear that they were on after bottom feeding for a while. Like just being completely honest. Washington's up 1-0 over Atlanta, so we kind of have to be Washington fans right now. They're challenging. I think this one holds up. They're challenging the strike call here. Who's that? Bazana. I think he loses this one, but we'll find out. Yep, good. Now they're out of challenges. So, I mean, not that they have many options. They're down to their last strike in this inning. So, unless they tie this game up, or the Phillies tie this game up, this is last at bat anyway. But this is real tough because now you're at 25. You're at 500 tonight. You lost 2 games in a row. The only thing that you really needed a win tonight to kind of get that nasty taste out of your mouth to move forward. Strikeout. Okay, you're going to the 9th now. Top of the order. Big boys, big contracts need to get paid or need to earn their pay tonight, I should say, not get paid. Turner's 0 for 3 tonight. Schwarber's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Harper is the only one of the 3 of them to have any hits. And Boehm in the 4th doesn't, in the 4 hole, I don't get it. Whatever. I don't know. I guess it's the options are just not there. I don't love it. I think I would have rather seen Remuto there. He has one of the hits tonight. Stott has one of the other hit tonight, and Marsh the other hit tonight. And that's it. 4 hits, kind of smattered all over it just kind of drizzled out. I mean, Williams did his job. Now, is he coming back into pitch? I think so. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. They're sending Williams out there to complete this game. Is this going to be a big good? Is it going to be a great idea and let the guy earn the complete game shutout? Because right now that's what we're dealing with. That will be. Oh no, never mind. They did bring out Cade Smith. All right, because it popped up on the screen that Gavin Williams was coming back out, but then they just said Cade Smith replaces him. Okay, all right. So there we are right now. Top of the order needs to do something. Yeah, I mean that's a simple. You got. Let's see. What we got there. We got 25, 30, 35. You got about $65 million right there sitting at the top. Do something. Do something. Like it's so silly that is where we have to what we have to say, but it has to be said. Do something. But while we have a few more moments, we'll talk about the Phillies. I'll keep you up to date. Any other conversation you guys want to have? It's like I said, it seems like Mannion's really working, kind of like talking. It might be. I'm excited about Mannion more than anything because it's quarterback to quarterback. I mean, he was quarterback not too long ago. Now, was he the greatest quarterback? No, but sometimes that's the way it works. I mean, it worked with a couple of our previous guys. Turner first bat swinging. Still need a right-handed bat. No, absolutely. First pitch swinging. That's right. Guy comes in, hasn't thrown a pitch yet. You have no balls, no strikes. You don't see one pitch unless it was just a lollipop. Come on, Turner. God, you're better than that. Better than that. I mean, he's not batting like he has been over the last couple of years. 234. Reminiscent of his first year here. Right on the corner there, Schwarbs. I know. That's a tough one. Just don't tap your hat on that one. So Schwarber's up, 1 out. Let's see if Joe Hale was correct. Does Smith want to pitch to him? Does he keep it low? Make him go down low for one? See if he can pop it up. 2 balls. 2 balls, 1 strike. I think they're intentionally walking him in this case. Like that's how I look at things. Not going to throw him anything he's going to want to hit. Oh, they did throw him that. Okay, they threw him that splitter. He bit. I mean, it was a strike one way or the other, swing or no swing. We got ourselves a full count, 3-2. Far outside there. On the splitter. It's again, we're so strong. The way he can snap that ball back, and that's a strikeout. Number 2, 4 on the night for Kyle Schwarber. I know he's come back from being off for a couple days, but this team, it's so. I don't even know where to go. I don't even know where to go with this. Frustrating that this team should it just hot offensively and then nothing, just shits the bed, and that's it in 8 pitches. All right, guys, that means something. You know what that means here. I gotta switch up El Graficos here. All right, so it's time for me to bitch and moan. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome into the Fighting's Final everywhere. I'm Big Al. For those who have been joining me the whole time, like you don't know who I am, catch me at Big Al Sports with a Z on X. Welcome in the Fighting's Final, the premier post-game show at the It's Rap Sports Network for your fighting feels. Well, not so much fighting as of lately in the last few days, especially tonight. This offense was colder than the weather, damper than the weather outside. A dominating game by Christopher Sanchez, just completely wasted, absolutely wasted on Christopher Sanchez bobblehead night / Christopher Sanchez starting pitching night. Goes 8 innings, gives them the opportunity to win this game. The AL Central Guardians 31-22 coming in this game. Well, 31-21, I should say. 30-22 coming in this game. Now 31-22. Phillies fall below 1 game below 500 with this one. This is what we talked about. Like, you did well against bad teams. Now you got a couple of better teams in the Reds, and you lost that series. And now not starting off this series against the AL Central numero uno's Cleveland Guardians. And you had your A1B pitching night and pitched 8 dazzling innings. Now, granted, there was some good pitching that went along with it, but there's no patience. They had them. Williams had this team off balance the entire time. It's like a boxer trying to box on one foot. Just wasn't happening. Gavin Williams went 8 innings, 4 hits allowed all game long, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 11 strikeouts. Top of the order comes up in the 9th inning against the bullpen. One bullpen hitter, and Trey Turner swings and pops up the first pitch. Doesn't even see what this guy's throwing. Like, when you're not having a great night, like, personally, you need to, like, let the guy throw one pitch. Maybe he's off. Maybe he throws differently. Stop trying to end this in one fail swing. It's that live by die by the home run type situation. What a piss poor performance from the offense. Absolutely elephant in the room. The losses on Durant. No Star Wars losses on the offense. And listen, this is just my personal opinion. I know it's not everybody's, but I'll put it on Mattingly in the sense that, why are you putting Durant out there? It's not a closing situation. Closers are weird beasts. They're like the diva head case top wide receivers in football. In this case, I would have rather seen Shugart or Kirkering out there, personally. After about 2 out of 3 out of his 9th were on one pitch. Pitiful. Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, they just, no life in them. Turner should have never swung at the first. No, I mean, that's my thing, is like, you're not doing that great right now. You're not hitting crazy. You haven't hit all game long. The team really hasn't hit all game long. You're the guy leading off. You're the top of the order. You should know better. You see at least a pitch or two before you decide to swing, unless he just throws a lollipop down the chute, which that's not what happened. 1-0 loss is just a burn. I think it's worse in some ways in these games than a 7-0 loss. This team will not hit sometimes this season, calling it. Well, Elephant, no offense, but it's not really calling anything. This team will be no hit this season, calling. Oh yeah, I mean, it's not a stretch of the imagination of any sort, to be honest with you. They get cold. This team gets no hit because they get cold and they get very frustrating. And that's just what it is. So let's look at this amazing box score, just so you can see how terrible it is. Turner 0-4 tonight with a strikeout. Schwarber 0-4 with 4 strikeouts on the night. What's up, Adam? It's happy. I'm happy to I'm doing this right now, but I'm not happy with the outcome, Adam. Happy to hear from you. Yeah, right. Schwarber, like I said, 0-4 tonight with 4 strikeouts. Just no bueno, dude. And this was, again, you put up 20 home runs in 45 games, and then it's like 0-4, 4 strikeouts. Harper was 1-4 tonight, but both him and Turner ended the 9th inning on one pitch. One pitch. Plate discipline has been the biggest problem for this fighting Phil's team all since Topper was here. I don't know how to say it. I would love to hear what Mattingly has to say. I know Joe talked about Mattingly calling out Harper or whatever. I want to see them say, you two know better. First time you've seen this guy pitch, you have not been hitting all night. See a goddamn pitch. That's what should have been said. That's what should have been said. I'm sorry. It's just so frustrating. I'm not a professional baseball player. I'm not getting paid millions of dollars for this. I would have done that. Let's see what this guy can throw. Has he got command? Is he throwing lollipops? He throwing heat? He throwing some funky cheese? He got some crazy movement? What's going on? See what he's got. Listen, I get he's out for a few games. He was sick, 2 games. I get it. But 4 strikeouts? Again, we're trying to live by the long ball again. Because that's what happens, especially in these games when they're nothing for most of the game. We're trying to win the game in one swing. Manufacture run, small ball. I don't know how else to say it. It's exhausting. Bohm was 0 for 3 tonight with a strikeout. Marsh was 1 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts. Garcia continues to struggle, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. He's batting at 203. 203. Stott was 1 for 3 tonight. Realmuto was 1 for 3 tonight with a strikeout. And Crawford was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Hitting to that double play. Realmuto, it's nice to see him get a hit if you want to take any things out of it. Reese Hawkins says he reached out to Rob Thompson, who he called a classy man after his firing. Well, okay, that's nice to hear. Stott thinks he's a power hitter. Yeah. That's the plus minus of the effect that this team just had. That he hit a big 2 home run blast that won the game. Like, it's hard to take that away from him. But like, just get on base, especially guys with speed. Get on base. Get pitchers off balance. Snag up a bag. Move your batter over. Do what you got to do. I mean, he's caught the whole team. You're right. But it's got to start with the top guys. You should know better. You had an opportunity, the top of the 9th, 1-0 game, and your Trey Turner first swinging and Bryce Harper first swinging. At least Schwarber put on a little bit of a, see what this guy had. His timing is off. It's obvious Schwarber's timing is a little off right now from being sick or whatever it is. Hopefully it's not a long one, but this is what happens when we live and die by the long ball. In 30 at-bats, no runs were earned. 4 hits were allowed. 12 strikeouts. That's your other problem. That's your other big problem right there. I mean, it's not like Cleveland's box score was anything to jump and jive all over, but they only mustered 6 hits in the night. 2 of them coming off of what's his name? Duran. Big outfield assist from give Garcia all the grief he wants about. It's like, here's my thing, is like, he's not hitting much better than Castellanos does, if at all. But he is definitely much better in the outfield. Like, just much better. That outfield assist was huge. And thank God, because if that didn't happen, it'd be 2-0. Not that it would have made a difference, but bigger hole for this team to climb out of. That's a big thing. Now, there's only 7 strikeouts. So, to me, strikeouts aren't as important. I mean, it's unreasonable. It's unnecessary. They had every opportunity to just be better at this moment, and they didn't. There's only 9 innings pitched, or 9 pitches thrown in the 9th inning. And that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. That's my thing is, I'm sorry, not 9, 8 innings pitched. So, like I said, Gavin Williams went 8 innings, four hits allowed, 11 strikeouts. This team couldn't hit him. They couldn't pay to hit him. And in 1 inning, Smith went 8 pitches, 1 inning pitched, 1 strikeout. Sanchez, as I said, 8 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed. Same thing as Gavin Williams. He only had 2 walks. That was the big difference there. 6 strikeouts, and that's also the other big difference. But still, another stellar but wasted outing from Christopher Sanchez. And Duran came in to try to keep this game not at 0. In 1 inning, 2 hits allowed, 1 run. Of course, it was an earned run off the home run, and 1 strikeout. And that's your difference in the game right there. They have to take pitches to make pitches work, to make pitchers work. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. When you're in a cold spot, and maybe the weather is a little bit of a factor, that's the best way of doing things. Just my eye. You're not hitting well. You have a new pitcher, and the other guys had you off balance. Just take a moment and see what he's got. This guy's throwing. Maybe get lucky. Maybe he throws a little lollipop down the old Broadway, and they make him pay for it. I don't know. But while we discuss this, before we get to the Broad Street Bottom Line, let's take a trip around the bases. All right, guys, trip around the bases. Those are new to the It's Rap Sports Network. We're the Fightings Finals. Trip around the bases. We're going to look at the games that are either ongoing at this moment or have gone final for the evening of date of May 22nd, 2026, Friday of Memorial Day weekend of the 2026 season. So hopefully you guys are enjoying. It's maybe a little hard to have a couple barbecues this year, but remember what Memorial Day is all about. Remember those men and women who have given the ultimate sacrifice. So me and you could bitch about baseball, right? That's what it's about. And for anybody who's in the chat or anybody listening, if you have served, I thank you for your service. Our boy Matty B is a military guy, so we always remember him at these moments too. So right now, the Mets are down 2-1 to Miami at the end of the 7th. Washington's up 1-0 over Atlanta at the bottom of the 7th. Hopefully that continues. Yankees are up 1-0 over Tampa Bay in the mid of the 7th. Toronto's up 3-1 over Pittsburgh, top of the 7th. Boston's up 6-5 over Minnesota, top of the 7th. KC and Seattle are knotted at 0 in 6 innings at the top of the 6th. Bottom of 6, Baltimore's up 6-4 over Detroit. Milwaukee's up 5-0 over LA. And to go on tonight still, Texas, LA, they go off at 9:38. What's the Apple game? The Apple game is the Detroit game. So if you want to watch that, guys, Baltimore-Detroit game, it's on Apple TV for you Apple guys. 9:40 of Colorado at Arizona. Also at 9:40 of the A's, the cityless A's or the Sacramento A's at San Diego. 10:15 is Chicago White Sox in San Fran. And then Houston has gone final over Chicago 4-2. As you know, the Guardians beat the Phillies 1-0. And St. Louis and Cincinnati were postponed. I guess they're having some weather out there as well. So that is it for the evening on the Around the Bases segment. So let's get to the Broad Street Bottom Line. Bottom line is that top of the lineup, that big money market guys, those guys need to go and apologize to Christopher Sanchez. The whole team should, but especially the top 3 for that performance, especially in that 9th inning. Not adjusting to the moment, not trying to be heroes and swing a bat and end it all in one shot. Stop. It's obnoxious. A waste of Christopher Sanchez's pitching. A waste. And it shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry. I'm not saying they shouldn't have won or lost, but it was a waste. Adjust yourself. Make adjustments. Know that you're not doing well. Admit to it and change your approach. First pitch swing and I'll try to get this guy off guard. Come on, man. Durant takes the L for the night. Williams gets the win. Now he's 7-3 on the season. Smith with his 17th save, I guess that is on the season. Is that much? Yeah, okay. I mean, listen, pitching's good in Cleveland. It really is. They are 31-22 for a reason. Top of a very deep central, not very deep, but a very good AL Central. Phillies fall to one game below 500, 25-26. Games that they could have won, should have won. Change the approach. Stop swinging for the fences. Stop trying to be home run heroes. That's my new thing. Home run heroes. It's great when it happens, but if you live and you die by it, you die by it more often than you live by it. That is the problem. That is my bottom line for the evening. Phillies lose 1-0. Unacceptable from the batting. The hitting needs to get better. I don't want to hear about the weather. I don't want to hear about anything else. You know what? This is the problem with this team. It is roller coaster of emotions. We got about 500. Stop changing your approach. Go back to what got you there. Stop being home run heroes. That's it. Bottom line. Tomorrow, guys, you got Mike and then Matt on Sundays, all depending on weather. I would not be surprised if tomorrow's game gets postponed the way the weather looks currently as of right now. Here's the rest of the lineup. So outside tomorrow's Guardians game, Phillies Guardians game, you have the best of these Rap Sports Network, and then I'm back Sunday morning, Sundays with Mike Lauro. Phillies post game with Matty B, as well as Matty B's final word. Might be a soggy final word, but it's going to be a final word nonetheless. Other than that, guys, I appreciate you as always. Rob, you the man. I hope you're enjoying your new birthday present. That car looked amazing. I saw it online. Other than that, guys, I will see you all next time.